What's cracking, everybody? XehrFelrose here, bringing you some Pokemon Go Battle League content. Today's video, we got a shoutcast in the Color Cup sent in by ShadowGo Hunter with a team featuring Cradily on the safe switch. This Pokemon is probably one of the best safe swaps in the entire meta, having both grass and rock coverage for almost the entire meta, right? Like, you have almost every piece of the meta that is on Cradily's hit list, and that's why it works so well. Now, we're going to be doing these battles a little bit differently. I will still go through them and shoutcast them. However, they have also asked for some feedback, so if I find anything that is looking like they could do a little bit better, or even something that they do really well, I'm going to give them that feedback. So we get a really great lead here in the first game. Opponent safe switches into that Kingdra now to non-shadow, so it's not going to do as much Dragon Breath damage. And we swap in to the Jumpluff after getting a little bit of energy on the Gator, which I don't hate. You can always tank an Outrage as well, since this is non-shadow. If that was a shadow, I would have probably thought about maybe shielding. Now, here's the thing, though, right? We have the Cradily and the Gator both do very well into the opponent's Talonflame, especially with a 2-0 shield advantage. So I very much expect the opponent to, they're going to go down 2 shields. They want a force switch advantage, not knowing that whatever's in the back is just Talonflame food. Or food. Talonflame is becoming the food. That's where I'm trying to get at with that one. Anyway, nice shield here with the Outrage. Always shield that Outrage. I have definitely figured that out the hard way. Going for the Hydro Cannon. I don't know if I like this play just because it's so resisted. You still get some energy afterwards if they do. Okay, they do live it. Never mind. Oh, Azumarill's in the back. Who am I kidding? Cradily's just going to eat this team alive. Go, buddy. Oh, Cradily. Oh, baby. Please. Fully one-shot this bird. Oh, yes, sir. Happiness. That is what they call happiness, trainers. Next game, we're going to have a Cradily lead, so not nearly as good of a lead, and the Cradily itself kind of core breaks this team to a degree. And we see some really nasty lag at the start as well. Unfortunate that the opponent is going to be able to get almost an entire Bullet Seed in for free here, getting to this Grass Knot much quicker. Gonna go for the Ice Beam here. I'm not sure that I can't tell if the timing is good. I don't think the timing has been perfect, but we've still wheeled the Ice Beam. Oh, that's a Grass Knot catch. That's dirty. These battles were done in the about the 2000 or so elo range. They went from about 1900 to 2200 with this team. So they did very solid with this team. But timing is probably not going to be the forefront of what we're going to be looking at here. Especially, they just go Thunderbolt with a Shadow Zappy? Huh? Do we have Drill Peck? Is this a single move Zapdos? Hold on a minute. Okay. This is Drill... Okay. I don't know. I look, might be just, opponent might just not know the typings. Grass does resist electric. So in that case, if you are the Zapdos, you do want to be going just for Drill Peck. You don't need to go for Thunderbolt in this case. Hydro Cannon is going to do more than enough to knock out the Zapdos, and shields down. This is looking like a pretty interesting way to finish this game here. As we do recall, there was a very low Cradily in the back, and then comes a Quagsire. Quagsire is looking to eat some energy. No, it's not. Cradily's going to come in and eat it just instead. Dude, Cradily is just going to mop this game up already. I'm sure y'all can see it. Quagsire is going to have to throw a Stone Edge in order to knock out the Gator before it can land one of those Hydro Cannons here. And Aqua Tail not going to be even nearly enough. Going to bank the move and just come straight in with the Dilly and getting a free Bullet Seed here. Now, unfortunately, the opponent throws with some not so great timing, but that's, again, that's, like I said, going to be how it is. I have to do it respectfully because I have had it where some people have taken it the wrong way before. It doesn't matter what elo you're at, you're still good at this game. Doesn't matter. This game sucks in a lot of ways. So just because you don't master timing doesn't mean you're not good at this game, right? So I try to put timing out there as one of those things that if you learn it and master it, you're going to do really well because it's one of those fundamental core mechanic things of this game. But also, it doesn't always matter all of the time. So I'm trying not to say, oh, you're bad because you don't know timing. That's definitely not where I'm going with this. So going to have a Gyarados in the next game. This is also oh, okay, it's a Waterfall Gary. Okay, interesting. So we're going to be throwing the Ice Beam here, I expect. They're going for a Hydro Bait. Now, we did throw on 8 here. Now, for this trainer's feedback, however, you want to throw on 7 into these 3-turn moves here, as that is when you would be getting to that Ice Beam. So you want to be throwing on 7 rather than 8. And going to go for a no-shield here. Perhaps they knew it was the Aqua Tail. And in comes Charge-a-Bug. We're taking a lot of super effective electric damage. Okay, that was scary. All right. So Charge-a-Bug's on the field. We're going to come in with a Dilly here, I imagine, after going for one more. I really like that play. Volt Switch is a 4-turn move. They go for 1 Shadow Claw with the Gator to get 1 more Shadow Claw in, and then swap in to the Jumpluff in order to be able to keep that energy, so that just in case later in the game they have to come back up against this Charge Bug with their Gator, they can just go for 1 more Shadow Claw and still get to the Hydro Cannon. I'm over here doing this like Shadow Claw, like this actually matters. And be able to hit him with 1 more Shadow Claw and get to that Hydro Cannon before they can finish that 1 single Volt Switch. That's a really good heads-up play here in this game as they look to catch energy. Oh, they catch a Discharge. That is nice. It's more energy. Discharge is going to be more energy than the Aerial Ace, or the X-Scissor. So it's nicer to catch that energy, but it's not great. But we're going to max out on energy here, going for the Energy Ball. I prefer to have Aerial Ace on Jumpluff, quite personally. I've almost never felt like, man, I really wish I had Acrobatics right now. I think I have actually tried Acrobatics and wished I had Aerial Ace almost every time. So just one of those things that, like, it's definitely user preference, but I'm on the side of just run Aerial Ace, even if you're not running a Shadow. Like, if you're running a regular one, I am, like, always on board with just run the move that does better in general, and that's going to be Aerial Ace, because being able to... Ooh! I was too busy talking, but that was a full one-shot. We delete Zards in this game. Yes, we do. Energy Ball is going to hit very hard. Dilly's sitting on the back with its pom-pom saying, go Jumpluff, you got this. That was beautiful. That brought a tear to my eye. It was so beautiful. All right, so Energy Ball and Ice Beam have the same pacing here. So both of them are going to hit it on 7. So it's really going to come down to who shields the bait and who doesn't. And the Abomasnow decides that they're going to be not shielding anything. So that now puts the Gator in a very unique position to be able to farm this thing down. And the opponent does go for the Weather Ball bait. I like the call here to go for the Hydro Cannon to try and pressure that shield back by the opponent, because they still have a lot of energy. But the downside here is that Abomasnow, I think, wins Charge Attack priority, so that could have been a very awkward attempt at a CMP if that were the case. In comes a Whiscash, and with this much HP and this much energy, now we're going to see... Oh my god. Dude, why do they need my feedback for these games? They're catching like a champ, dude. That was disgusting. My goodness, here comes Magmar. All right, now this is getting a little weird. Dude, that is 2 of the most savage catches I have ever seen. No cap. That was nuts. Going straight for the Acrobatics here, I like it. Make the opponent make the decision to shield or take the huge damage, and they decide to take the huge damage, and now they aren't going to realize just how bad that is for them. They're looking to overfarm by a bunch, go for the Karate Chops and the Fire Punch. Very nice overfarm by the opponent here, but quite honestly, I think that Dilly can just come in and win this game once the Gator goes down. Gator can come in and take this energy, or it can go for the Hydro Cannon. Doesn't matter, because it's 1 away from back-to-back. Going to go for the Hydro Cannon. Opponent comes in with the Whiscash. Dilly comes in and makes him say, go back in your Pokeball, try again later. Oh, the leads, dude. Rock Throw Magcargo? Huh? Incinerate. No, seriously, Incinerate is so much better. I guess unless you're trying to be that person who's like running the Rock Throw Magcargo just to beat all the other fire types in the lead, that I could see as a heads-up play, but they've been forced to double shield here against this Gator, and perhaps they're weak in the back to the Gator. Definitely thinking about this here. Oh, the Rock Tomb feels so bad, dude. I hate it. But opponent's going to come in with the Azumarill, and because they still have a shield advantage, Cradily can come in and make absolute foolery out of this thing. But getting some more energy from the... Oh, I love that. Going for the extra... Goodness gracious. I'm looking at the Pokemon that's down here when I should be looking at the one that's up here. And my brain gets crossed trying to think of all these moves. All right, so Dilly comes in, but the Gator farming up that much energy with the resisted bubbles is really nice. Now, unfortunate here for the Dilly that it does overfarm a bit too much, unfortunately, and I think that they could have avoided that potentially. It's kind of much as Grass Knot does. No, okay, so they would have ended up having to take the move anyway, but going for the Grass Knot here, knowing that the last Ice Beam is going to be here on 5, it's a very nice count by this trainer here. ShadowGo Hunter is looking to sweep with this thing, but it's not to be. There's a Ferrothorn. What do we do, dude? So you definitely want to go for the Rock Slide here. Grass Knot is double resisted by the Grass and Steel typing, whereas Rock Slide is only single resisted by that by the steel typing, and you could have potentially gotten even 2 moves in here. So saving the energy on the Gator here, going to force the opponent to dump it into the Jump Fluff. If they have Flash Cannon, which they do not, would have been a very bad time. But Acrobatics is going to do a nice amount of chip damage. It's going to be very, very close game here as the Ferrothorn is looking to leverage all this energy into something. Now, as long as we get the move timing, 4 moves, perfect timing, landing the Acrobatics, this damage matters here because this is going to put this thing to a range where the next one matters even more. Oh my goodness, I was expecting the opponent to make a catch here. The Acrobatics going off. Now, that's not something that you're going to get by running Aerial Ace. You might have gotten 3 or so Aerial Aces and it might have done similar damage, but doesn't matter because Gator's coming in for the finisher. And that's a good game. Oh, terrible lead in the next game here. We got to have more Peko and going to try to make a catch of that Aura Wheel on the Dilly. I like that play a lot. Saving energy on Gator is always good. The opponent goes for a cheeky little bait here, and then they're going to come in with an Emolga running at least ABA Electric Team, but they're going to find out why Cradily is the king of this cup here, is it's going to go for a Rock Slide and put immense pressure on the opponent. Now, the unfortunate thing here is going to be that Emolga has access to Acrobatics and can hit pretty freaking hard. I don't know how hard it's going to hit, but looks like ShadowGo Hunter's not willing to find out. Going to go for a Rock Slide, slide over farm, and the opponent gets to a move. But I think this is just a discharge, honestly. Looking to let it go. It is just a discharge. Very nice counting by ShadowGo Hunter here as I see them go for the Rock Slide. I'm loving this play so far. And, you know, the opponent hasn't shielded yet, but they're going to have to. This Morpeko basically has to shield everything. I still think that Rock Slide is probably the better move to go for here because Morpeko is going to shield regardless. And you can get to that next Rock Slide in 1 less Bullet Seed if you do decide to go for it. Rock Slide is a little bit better with it when it comes to pacing, as I believe it goes 3-4, 3-4, whereas Grass Knot is 4 pretty much for all of it. So that can help. The opponent's going to be going for some energy here. They are in Hangry mode, which means this is a Dark-type Aura Wheel, but they keep going for Psychic Fangs. Don't run Psychic Fangs on your Morpeko trainers, I'm just saying. It's just not good. I'm telling y'all, it's just not good. Like, Aura Wheel is just such a good move in general that it's just worth running. It just really is. I hate watching, because I do it myself all the time. If I'm running more Peko and I've got the Psychic Fangs, I'm always the one, oh no, it's a Zapdos in the back, dude. They go for the Drill Peck, though, this time, and I don't think Gator's going to be able to stay alive to save him. A triple Electric Team is some serious sauce here in the Color Cup, but they're going to be able to get the double Drill Peck before the Gator can get to a move. I genuinely don't think there was much that this trainer could have done, except for maybe go for that Rock Slide instead of the Grass Knot, but that's literally it, dude. Good game. Oh, and now we're sad again. Poliwrath, my wonderful nemesis. Here you are. Hydro Cannon on the power-up. Wait a minute. Did we just win Charge Attack Priority, or was that just... I didn't see it. The opponent does have... They go on 6. This is a power-up punch. We don't need to shield these here. Power-up punch isn't going to do very much damage, but it is going to ramp up the Poliwrath's incoming damage. Very interesting that they decided to shield the Hydro Cannon, though. Gonna go for a cheeky little catch. Oh, God, these catches are killing me, dude. They're great. I have nothing that I can teach this trainer. Opponent's going to be swapping into Ferrothorn and looking to try and catch a move or just get some energy on the Poliwrath before swapping out. The timing has been incredible. Trainer, I don't know what you're doing down in the 2,000 elo range. You should be up. You should be up a little higher with the way that these games are being played anyway. So yeah, dude, this feels like some really strong gameplay. I mean, they asked me for feedback. I don't have a whole lot to give. I'm just having more fun watching these battles than anything. And maybe that's a good thing. You know, maybe that's a good thing. We can survive a Thunder here. Never need to shield. You might even be able to farm down because the opponent just threw that other Thunder. So you could farm down. Dude, Jump Pluff is loaded. This farm is feeding families in third world countries is what it's doing. We are going to be able to get a ton of... Oh my God, dude. The Emolga comes in, going for the double... probably going for the double Energy Ball. The nice thing is that if one of these lands, it puts this thing into Rock Slide range, which is really nice for Dilly, but we're going full send in this Acrobatics. I love this. Going for the Energy Ball was like... I don't know if I would ever have shielded that if I was the Emolga, but knowing where they're at in this game, I feel like they don't know there's Dilly in the back, but this Poliwrath is really a huge thorn in our side. So coming in with this Cradily here, this is where you're going to want to use your shields. Even if this is just a power-up punch, this damage will add up, and getting the full farm down off of this Poliwrath is massive. Getting the 2 rock slides with ease here, throwing right away, though, I think this is enough anyway, so this is fine. I normally would say go for 1 more Bullet Seed and then the move, but this is within range to KO. That can go out the window. Very well played. Gator on the lead. We get a Talonflame again. He's back for more. The Kentucky Fried Bird of Death. Jamie Finn, we love you, dude. Now, here's the sad thing for the opponent. Now, okay, let me stop this real quick, okay? So, whenever the opponent or you at the beginning of a game start, you swap right away. There's 1 turn of delay. So, with Incinerate being 5 turns, what I would have liked to see here is for ShadowGo Hunter here to go for 5 Shadow Claws and throw the Hydro Cannon immediately, because what this does essentially is it's going to allow them to get that Hydro Cannon off and then not have to worry about getting, move getting snuck through, because you get basically, you get the 5 Shadow Claws in by turn 10, which is, 2 times 5 for 2 Shadow Claws, or 5 Shadow Claws at 2 turns each, and then 2 Incinerates that are 5 turns, so the inverse at 11 turns because of that 1 turn delay. So going for the Shadow Claw, the extra Shadow Claw will allow them to go for 1, 2, and then the move. 3, 4. Okay, so optimal timing here is going to be 2 and then the Hydro Cannon, 2 and then the Hydro Cannon. And we're catching a Thunder Punch on the Dilly. This isn't a bad call. I think that Feraligatr could have absolutely handled this Typhlosion, though. But wanting to keep it... see, here's the thing, right? We want to keep Typhlosion away from Jumpluff for sure. Feraligatr could have stayed in and dealt with it, but you also want to keep... the bait call! Hello? That was insane, dude. So we get back-to-back rock slides here regardless. We're going to get rid of the Typhlosion. I do definitely think, though, that this could have been played a lot better than it was now. Jumpluff gets to laugh in the face of the opponent. Oh, but the Jumpluff gets to stay in for too long. Hydro Cannon's coming out, but it's okay because we still have a shield here. And if the proper overfarm is reached, Jumpluff doesn't even need to come back to the field here, as the opponent can go... We could see them go now for 4 Shadow Claws. Because 4 Shadow Claws would be able to get in. Oh no, absolutely want to go for more here, because now the opponent can just farm down and go for possibly go for a Sludge Bomb and just... All right, we're gonna talk through that possible end game. Oh, hold on a minute, the video's over. We're gonna talk through that possible game there, because this is an important game that I'm gonna just break it down real quick, right? So Talonflame in the lead. We know that Dilly goes well here. We know that Jumpluff needs to stay away. Okay, so the opponent comes in with the Typhlosion. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go for the Shadow Claw, or go for the Hydro Cannon, and then at that point we can make a decision of, do we switch to Dilly or not? We don't have to switch to Dilly in that situation. We can actually stay in with the Feraligatr and continuously outpace them because of that 1 turn delay in that matchup. It means the Typhlosion never wins that, as long as you can get to those Hydro Cannons beforehand. And even then, we could get 2 shields off the Typhlosion, then go for the Cradily, and then go in there go from there. Jumpluff would have manhandled the Victory Bell. However, it would have preferred to have all shields down, which it did, which was nice for acrobatics. But giving that the very end there, when we threw the Hydro Cannon right away, going for the extra farm, because it's 3 Incinerates and then 2 Incinerates to each charge move for this Talonflame, you could have gone for the 4 more Shadow Claws, gone for the Hydro Cannon for the knockout, then been 3 away from the Ice Beam afterwards to KO the Victory Bell, instead of giving it an opportunity to farm down your Feraligatr, and then Jumpluff has then a bit more energy it needs to get to the acrobatics. In that time, there's a potential chance it gets to Sludge Bomb if things don't go your way, but it probably isn't running Sludge Bomb anyway. So that's going to do it for this video for you today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope it was insightful, helpful, and ShadowGo Hunter specifically. Thank you for sending in these battles. I hope that you enjoyed, and I certainly enjoyed some of those catches. They were absolutely just nasty, dude. Thank you very much for all of the love and support for this channel as well. You guys are amazing, and I'm looking forward to the next video and the next stream and all that good stuff. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.